And we're back with yet another episode of R&R. It's Jamerson Ballard, and I am your host. Um, and I got a new studio that I'm trying out right now. It's called The Spot, which I like that name, but I'm gonna call it the White Room. Cause that's what I like to call it that. And I got my man's beat down here, who is the owner of the building. So if any of you, you know, aspiring podcasters want to get down with beat down, um, tell them how to get in touch with you, beat down.
Hey, what's up? It's Beat Down. I'm over here. You can hit me up at MrBeatdown at gmail.com. That's MISTABEATDOWN at gmail.com. Don't have an official Instagram page for this yet because we just testing this moment out. But we will get that to you. So stay tuned on that part right there.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot of information. I thought he was about to give y'all motherfuckers his address. We don't need you to have that yet. You got to wait. You got to pay first. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Be Down. That is an interesting ass motherfucking name. How did you get the name Be Down? It ain't because you beat bitches, is it? Because we don't need no more P. Diddy's around this motherfucker. Okay?
No Diddy. No Diddy.
I mean, you get your ass beat by a motherfucker with glasses on, bitch. You is at the bottom, okay? I just need you to know that. You are at the bottom, bitch. You can't beat down. How you get your name, man?
The name, no Diddy, no Diddy.
Is it because you do beats?
Because I do beats, exactly.
Okay.
So I do beats. I make Grandmaster Production is the name of my studio.
All right.
And this is actually called The Spot right here in this room right here. But I do beats. I produce music. One of the best in the game, I would think I am. So yeah, if you need some studio time, hit me up.
Yeah. So yeah, you got a lot of shit going on at this motherfucker. This spot. We said that already, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But it's the spot. I call it the White Room because everything in here white but us. Okay? And I got my mans on the ones and the twos is Just John. His name is John, and I tried to call the motherfucker Johnny. He wouldn't let me do it. He said it's Just John, so his name is Just John. Okay? That's the nigga name. I mean, the individual's name. He's definitely not. He would probably be more of a wigger. If that, but that's my man's, okay? And he's recording shit for us right now. So yeah, hey, and I got a couple sponsors I want to shout out. First of all, I want to shout out the Spot, right? Because, you know, hey, it's the Spot. You need some spot to do your shit. They got a slide at the Spot. That should be your slogan. Get you a slide at the Spot, okay? And Kicks, the luxury urban shoe brand developed and brought to you by yours truly. And now that I didn't, got what I want out of the shoe, I'm gonna have it available to sell for you and y'all, and it'll be in stores pretty soon. So, get you some. Keep going, Kicks. And also, finally, the Velvet Tiger. If you indulge in the marijuana, you might want to go down there and pay them a visit. And if you mention me, it's Jamerson Ballard, and the show R&R, they will at least give your ass a pre-roll. Now, we working on some shit because I need to give a promo code or something so that I can get some shit, popping. I need to monetize that. But today's episode is entitled Play Stupid Games and Win Stupid Prizes. Now, I came up with that primarily because I think the Who Got Active portion of the show, which I'll get into quite a bit later. But there is a lot of shit that transpired that I'm gonna touch on. I mean, not as much as I would like to, because I'm kind of on a time crunch. But like I said, we're gonna do this thing, right? So the first segment, Mr. B Down, is Is That Right? And Is That Right? I'm gonna talk about what's been going on in the sphere of shit that I give a fuck about. First on the agenda, okay, we gotta talk about Joe. Sleepy Joe. What the fuck is going on with Sleepy Joe? If you don't know, I'm talking about Joe Biden, the president of the free world, and an 80-year-old man who I think he did a lot of weird shit on the commemoration of D-Day. I think it's the 80th anniversary out of Normandy. It's been some memes going around. I think it looked like this motherfucker done shitted on himself, amongst other things. Have you heard about that? Have you seen any of that?
I haven't seen none of that, but I was just thinking about it. 80-year commemoration, and he's 80.
Yeah, it's 80. He 81. So when they went out and did all of this shit, he was 1 year old, and now he 80. And I don't know how old the motherfuckers that was doing that shit is. If he was 1 and he shitting on himself, they got to be damn near dead for sure. We appreciate y'all though. I appreciate every single one of y'all, and I'm not necessarily a comedian. Okay, if some of the shit I say is funny, it's just by happenstance. I am a professional shit talker, and I want you to remember that shit going forward. But I do appreciate everything they've done. It's just they old as fuck. This motherfucker Joe older than a bitch. He looked like he's sleepy. He taking naps. He's in like a weird squat position for like an extended period, making noises and shit. And it sounded and looked like he shitted on himself. And his wife was whispering shit to him like, "You ain't supposed to sit down right now." He just, what the fuck is you doing, Joe? You done went to France and made us look bad, man. I can't believe this motherfucker. Now, to be honest, Donald Trump is not any younger than this motherfucker. He might even be a little bit older, but he not doing that kind of shit, man. Now, I don't want neither one of these motherfuckers in office. If I'm honest, I don't. I really could give a fuck. But I'd rather have an old business savvy felon than a sleepy ass, shitty ass pedophile. Pedo Joe is what his kids called him. Now, I done talked about this on a previous show. I see your face balled up. He don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, y'all. Do y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about? John, have you heard about this shit? This motherfucker had, okay, so, we talked about P. Diddy and all of his shenanigans and the timing of his, because this shit has been out. It's like that video itself is like 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? And he probably felt like that shit wasn't gonna never come out. But he been going around this little power that they've allowed him to have, and they put that shit out on him right when there was a diary that came out from Joe Biden's daughter. I guess at the time she was 9, or she confirmed that the diary was actually hers, and she was writing about how Joe Biden was molesting her and taking showers with her when she was 9 and shit. And you haven't heard nothing about this shit, have you?
No.
And that's by design. They trying to get the black vote. I think they know that black people don't fuck with pedophiles like that, and if that shit got out, that we wouldn't fuck with him. And they're doing what they can to keep that shit under wraps, at the same time throwing a black man under the bus so that, it forms a distraction, and it just happened to be Puff Daddy's time.
I got a question. Back to the Trump thing real fast. If he get elected president as a felony, should they wipe all felonies off the book for everybody on trying to get a job now? Because he's the biggest of the house.
Trying to get a job? Shit, nah, I mean...
Think about it.
You know what? That's a valid question. I think that my last episode was trumped up charges where they got him wrapped up in all this shit. I think because they thought it was gonna make him look bad, and it kind of worked in the opposite direction. It's like made him into a martyr of sorts.
Exactly.
I honestly think that. I mean, I'm gonna address what you're talking about, but why I got this shit on my mind. I was hearing things about him actually may have getting this charge that he just got those charges thrown out due to the fact that somebody was talking about the case or some shit, which would mean that they would have to retry the case. But also, I think they put something on the books a month ago about like if he's a felon not being able to get what is it called when you like not witness protection, but when you get Secret Service protection, because after you become president, you get the Secret Service protection throughout the time you live, right? Yeah. But they're trying to take that away from him if he becomes a felon, and which would mean like if he goes to prison, he's not gonna get protection and shit. Because if he gets time, I mean, I don't think the shit that he got called out for. I don't think he'll get no time for it. But they give him some time. It'll probably be because they trying to take him out, which is crazy. So being a felon is the last thing he should be altogether worried about. Because, I mean, of course, he'll probably, go and fight that shit, get it thrown out or some shit. But at any rate, being a felon, I don't think they going to, like, throw out all felonies is trying to get a job. I mean, but I do think it'd be weird, like, if he becomes the president. Like, I'm running for the president, okay? I got like 4 or 5 F's on my report card, but I ain't never did no time. Would you vote for me? Okay? Jamerson, Ballard, what's the next election cycle? It's 2024, 2028.
2028.
You know what I'm saying? 2032 coming near you. Vote for me. I got some merch coming too. I told y'all about it. It's coming through. Make America Straight Again. Yeah. And what's the name of this month again?
Juneteenth.
Nah, not that one. That's the one we give a fuck about. But this is homosexual
Pride
month.
Yeah,
Pride month.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna drop my shit right in the middle of Pride month on your motherfucking ass. Don't beat me up, sassy ass motherfuckers, because I don't want no smoke. And I'm not, against gay people. I'm just pro straight. We don't really. I may sound foolish saying this, but I don't think. I mean, we don't really got shit. We got everything because every month is straight month, right?
That's right.
But we don't got no flag. We don't got no money. What is wrong with us wanting to celebrate our straightness? Okay. So yeah, we hey, if it's up to me, we gonna do that. I heard it's a club that's giving out free drinks for motherfuckers that's straight.
Really?
If you straight and single, I forgot what the name of the club is.
I didn't post that right there.
But shout out to them, and shout out to any of y'all out there who are pro straight.
Joe, you look that up.
I'm gonna relook it up after this, and I'll probably put that in the description box, something like that. Yeah. But that's happening, okay? But yeah, Joe the shit on himself. Do you have any thoughts on that? How do you think that makes us look to the rest of the world, where we got a geriatric old motherfucker leading the free world?
Well, me being an ex-military, I would definitely say that is weak as fuck. China's laughing at us, Koreans laughing at us, Russia's laughing at us, even the little small ass country that
Uruguay and
they laughing.
Peru and them.
They laughing at us.
You know what
I'm saying? They like, they already cut the military down. They got a president that can't stand up.
we're in a lot of shit. I think because of the proxy wars that we are involved in, this puts us particularly at like a really weak point. And I wouldn't be surprised if somebody like China wouldn't, like pose to strike at this point. While we stretched kind of thin, we're almost involved in like a world conflict. We're trying to help everybody else. We got Israel that we're helping right now, Ukraine that we helping right now, and who knows who else we helping right now. I probably would have talked about a lot of this shit in worldview. I ain't, trying to do a worldview because I don't know how much longer this show is gonna run because I got my mans here. And I you know what I'm saying, like I'm pretty sure this shit is gonna go at least an hour, and I got shit to do tomorrow. I still got a job, okay? I know y'all see me and y'all think, oh damn, I'm not famous enough to not have to do nothing else. So buy my shit when I put it in front of you, okay? Buy my shirts, which is still, I'm saved, but I'll beat your ass shirts. I got those on deck. I got ho ho ho, where the bitches sweaters. Even though it ain't winter no more, they still going. You can probably get them for the low right now. And then I got the hats coming. I'll be coming with some new merch once at least every 3 months. So support your guy. Fuck with me on Cash App. You know what I'm saying? If I done said something that entertains you or helped you out throughout your day. Matter of fact, shout out to the Rant Gang, which is my younger viewers, and any of you who are new, who are just coming into awareness of this channel. By the way, this motherfucker is comfortable as shit in here. I know y'all can't see from the waist down on this, but this motherfucker is his shit, though. He got his feet out. This motherfucker wiggling toes. Can you get the toes, John? This motherfucker got his legs out.
Damn, skipping.
I mean, but I just... I thought that was funny. But where else is you gonna be able to be yourself other than the spot? I mean, you better not have your shoes off in this motherfucker. You probably have to pay extra for that. No, I still got my shoes on.
No diddy.
But hey man, we hey, let your hair down and come on in here. My man say wipe your feet when you come in the door, and that's his way of saying hit the like button. I'ma just say, hit the like button, motherfucker. Hit that motherfucker. Activate it. That's why I said activate that like button, okay? Because we like that. It's for the algorithm and shit. And this is real nigga rants, not regular nigga rants, okay? It's not for you regular niggas, but it's if you don't understand what the fuck is going on, it's probably because you're a regular nigga, and that's all right. That's all right. For all you haters out there, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. Because if you don't know, I'll tell you again, you can only hate up. You know what I'm saying? You can only hate up. So if you hate me, it's because you mad because you ain't shit. And you probably don't think there's nothing you can do about it but talk shit about me. But you just helping me, nigga. You are helping me. Next, we have right-winger Alex Jones. Now, I wanted to call this episode something else because it's a lot of crying on this motherfucker today. It's a lot of crybabies on this motherfucking show I'm going to talk about today. And one of those is right-winger and conspiracy theorists Alex Jones, the host of InfoWars. Now, have you heard about what's going on with Alex Jones? His crying ass mad because he got to pay these Sandy Hook's victims' parents $1.5 billion. 1.5, not mil, bills. So, I mean, maybe I would cry if I had to pay $1.5 billion over a course of time to these motherfuckers too. Not to these motherfuckers, Lord forbid. Shout out to y'all. I mean, but I mean, I guess he was saying that this shit was a hoax. And now he got to pay up, man.
Why would he say it's a hoax, though?
I don't know, but if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Tell him what he's won, Bob. A $1.5 billion bill. That's what he got to liquidate his shit, and so they can pay these people, which means I don't know if he got that much liquid. Liquid, for those of you who don't know, is like on hand right now. he got to sell some shit. Like that one thing that motherfuckers do when they going out of business, like everything must go. You want to buy these? You want to buy these blinds? I'm selling these chairs, the computers, everything got to go. The motherfucker selling everything. His shirt got to go. His toupee got to go. Everything is for sale so he can pay these people, man. And he crying like a bitch. And it's sad to see a man that old and overweight crying like a woman. But he's doing it. Your thoughts? Do you have any thoughts on that shit, Beat Down? I mean, because, I know that I'm talking about some
it's
shit.
It's news to me, but I guess, what they say, how they say? You balling on the budget? He ain't as rich as you think he is. He ain't as powerful as you thought he was. Now you got to pay out money. You losing everything. Welcome to being black.
Shit. I mean, it's just, you got to watch what you say. You know what I mean? I mean, here at R&R, I don't just fly off and say any motherfucking thing. I mean, I'm not really popular enough, I don't think anyway, for it to matter much. But I still don't just say any motherfucking thing. I mean, he just made up some shit. Like, it's a hoax, man. I mean, look, these people are not, I mean, they kids ain't coming home, man. And that wasn't no motherfucking joke. And, this pain and suffering shit is real. These motherfuckers, when you got some bread, I mean, any type of bread, you do any dumb thing, and a motherfucker just sue you on the strength that they can get a settlement. They not even trying to win. They don't give a fuck if you just have to pay them $100,000 to sit the fuck down and shut up. They happy with that. They don't got nothing, okay? They don't got shit. And for you to pay $100,000, however many times, 1,000 times is a million, or I think 100,000, 1,000 times is what? Is that a mil?
Yeah.
So what is a bill? Yeah. A billion is like 100,000, like 100, like 10,000 times.
But the thing about sending hooks, like
my math might be off. Fuck y'all if you don't laugh at me.
The thing about the sending hook things, like I was actually like going through. I'm a truck driver. I was actually going through New York at the time when it happened, and the news. I mean, it was you couldn't even get in the area, so it wasn't a hoax. I was actually in the area when it went down, coming from Connecticut. So I don't know where he get that information from. That it could be a hoax, unless he had a dream and hey, it was a hoax. Or I need some views, and it backfired on him.
Okay, so I just did some math, and a billion is 100,000 1,000 times.
Damn.
So if 1,000 motherfuckers say we need $100,000, that's what and then it's like, 0.5. So that's like a half a bill. And so that's probably like 1,500, 100,000 paid out over time so he can settle out of court with these people. And you got to pony up, bro. So it's like, you got to watch how you talk. You trying to keep yourself out of shit, end up digging yourself deeper. And that's just what the fuck's going on with that. And it's sad, you know what I'm saying? The shit that happened is sad, but, hey, man, you watch it, man. There's some other crybaby motherfuckers. Let's talk Fauci. Now, Dr. Fauci was in some type of, I don't know, I forget the name of what it was called, because I didn't really take as many notes as I would have liked to take. Trying to get y'all this shit ASAP, okay? But if you know, okay? Dr. Fauci was in a hearing, for lack of a better word, and he was getting reamed by all these individuals about his participation in the COVID-19 situation and how he was having to, take responsibility for, putting people on lockdown and all this shit, and a lot of people died and weren't able to talk to their grandparents for the last time. And I mean, this motherfucker, I guess, has been getting death threats and they've been threatening his family. And he was crying about that shit. And it's like, look, man, I know that you took the money. Motherfucker, you took the money and you probably didn't know what was going to come with all that shit. But you agreed, you signed, you accepted. And, a lot of times you can't, and I was talking to somebody else about this, you can't really tell how far the next motherfucker gonna go when you enter into certain shit. You get to talking shit to a motherfucker and you think because you would only go this far with that they would only go that far. But you can't determine how far a motherfucker gonna take shit. If you hit a person, you don't know that this motherfucker is, whether he got good sense or not. He might be crazy, traumatized. Next motherfucker hit me. Now he done came through and shot you. But not only did he kill you, he done killed your mama. He done killed your son. He done wiped out your entire bloodline on the strength that you assaulted him when you would have just called the police. But that ain't what's on this motherfucker's mind. And so you got people who are in this country who are maybe crazy, or they like I said, they ain't seen their grandparents no more and they died, and you've taken something from them that they can't buy. In order, and you just got this, however much money you got, and that was enough for you to be like, fuck these people. And now you having to deal with that. Don't play stupid games, and you will not win stupid prizes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how many times I got to say that shit to the Rant Game. Now, the Capital Letter Club, y'all probably already know what the fuck it is. And if you agree with me again, man, go on and activate that like button, because it's some real shit being said, man. It's a lot of motherfuckers out here starting wars. They don't know that they started behind arguments. I done told motherfuckers a few times, bro, I'm not like you. You got this job. You need this job. You ain't got shit else going on. You talking shit to me, I'm liable to slap you in your mouth and walk out this motherfucker. Cause I don't need this job. I got this job because I'd like to have more money, but I'm straight already. You know what I'm saying? And that's not me trying to, like I said, I'm not finna be assaulting nobody. I'm gonna keep my hands to my motherfucking self. Unless you trying to hurt me physically, you don't necessarily have to worry about me trying to harm nobody. So at the same time, though, like I said, everybody ain't mentally there. Some people just, you can say the wrong shit, and now you missing your 2 front teeth. How do you deal with a motherfucker that's got their 2 front teeth missing already? You can't tell them shit. They done already been told 2 times, John. What the fuck do you tell a motherfucker with no friends? You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna waste my motherfucking breath. I'm just saying, bro, I can't do it. Now, that's 2 high-end, powerful individuals who the crowd understand, and I'll bring another one to light when I come up. Matter of fact, fuck it. While we here, man. No, I got one more. I got one more because I gotta get one. I gotta get one of the ladies. It's an equal opportunity show here. If you do some dumb shit and you a woman, you gonna get called out for that shit too. And this shit sound about racist as fuck. But can you, first of all, do you, John, you might not know this. We can't be racist. I don't know how many times I gotta say this shit. Some motherfuckers don't understand. Black people cannot be racist. We are prejudiced.
Right.
That's totally fucking different.
Yes.
Racist would mean we've either destroyed entire races of people, or we've prevented an entire race of people from being able to feed their families or do something. We don't have enough power to do either one of those things at this particular juncture. Okay? So, for my man John and for anybody else out there who is of Caucasian descent and they don't understand this fact, because it's a fucking fact, black people are prejudiced as fuck. But with good reason. Because I didn't got, if I've been given smallpox, felonies, you know what I mean, herpes or whatever other disease from one particular group of people, and they also make it to where I can't feed my family and all this shit, then don't I have the right to be a little prejudiced? Like, I don't trust you motherfuckers.
If every rule, every law is made in conjunction to hold you back, to keep you from getting ahead, and just like, hey, we're going to pass this law because he got a little education, so we're going to pass this law, and we're going to make sure this law stick, because they don't even read.
No. Redlining, motherfuckers can't, they made it, not only did they like traumatize motherfuckers by killing their kids in front of them and I mean, you know, making it to where motherfuckers can't read. It's a law. It was like a law. You can't read. And it was motherfuckers that was still in slavery a year after slavery was actually over, which is why we celebrate Juneteenth, if you didn't know. Okay? Which is coming up soon, which is why I think we should swap with the homosexuals. Y'all can have February and let us have June. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck they even get June anyway?
Why you gonna put Juneteenth and Pride Month in the same freaking month? I don't understand that.
Well, Pride Month, you know, why would they make Pride Month in June? And who the fuck signed off on us taking February? We were so motherfucking happy to just get anything. Yeah, we'll take that, boss. No, nigga. I don't want February. It's cold in the motherfucker in February. And it ain't shit going on. And it's only 28 days, maybe 29 on every other 4 years or some shit.
29 this year.
So whoever, if you find out who gave us February, I want to know. And I appreciate having Black History Month, but fuck you, nigga. You was supposed to trade up. So y'all want to sell us Juneteenth, let me know. Or June, let me know, man. We could trade. Y'all can have February. Or maybe y'all can get one of them other months that ain't doing shit with, like September or something. But anyway, I mean, you know, it's a lot of shit.
They took the rainbow.
But okay, so, I mean, I don't even want to get started on that shit, man. Anything bright and shiny is, like, considered gay now. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like bright colors. I can't even wear that shit. Now I just wear black all the time.
Yeah, he got on pastel colors. Are you suspect?
Right. You know, you can't wear lavender or none of that shit no more. That shit is over with. So all you pimps out there, you know, whatever, man. Okay, so we got Police Chief Beverly Banks, and I didn't even see what city this was in, but this lady says she will never hire Black or Hispanic female officers. And she Black.
She Black?
Yes. She said that shit. She got caught saying the shit. And I don't know what's going to come of that, but what the fuck is you talking about? Now, trust me, I, as a Black person, get it. I guess she was saying that she don't want to deal with their motherfucking attitudes. And who does? She is saying Black women got too much attitude and Hispanics got too much attitude, and she the only motherfucker with attitude. She would rather have white women work there. But if she know anything like I know, that every woman got attitude problems. It's just, in my very humble opinion, with Black and even maybe Hispanic female, you get that shit on the front end. And it's been not necessarily my experience, but in my observation, I see that white women give it to you a lot on the back end. But it's still there. It might be a lot more sarcasm in the front. Oh, did you go out last night, John? You know, but, you know, I can't. You know, you thinking that you good because she didn't trip. But you'll find out 3 months from now that she's sucking your daddy dick, your homeboy dick, her stepson dick,
Yes.
the dog dick. Motherfuckers, she fucking the dog behind your back. Man, you told me about some shit in Germany where they said the motherfucker was fucking their family dog.
Yes, she was.
I said, what?
She was fucking their family dog.
And then the man found out about it, and all this motherfuckers in the military found out, and he had to go because they was clowning him so bad.
Yes, he was the colonel of our base. He was going through, and every time they walked down, it passed by, somebody said, "Roof, roof."
Wow.
And they had this, and she had no choice but to call the MPs because the dog got stuck in her.
Oh,
yes, the dog got stuck in her, and every time she had to put the dog, he growled at her. So she had to ease to the phone and call the MPs. And
so instead of her just letting the dog finish get his nut, she risked calling the MPs.
Yes, and she was a beautiful white woman. And she got up there, and that's why I be suspect. I be like, do you have sex with dogs? Because you can't really tell these days.
So this is probably a little bit out the left field. I don't really. I love everybody, but I'm leery of white women on the strength that I don't want none of my homeboys or dogs fucked. Okay. I like all my homeboys and dogs to stay unfucked by my girlfriend. But you, sir, do you indulge? Or have you?
Yeah.
And is she attractive enough where you would still fuck her after the dog got through?
No.
Like,
if I knew that she
next.
did, if I knew that Fido did that, no. But you don't know. You don't know.
But she's so bad, you sound like you was spinning with her. Like, if you didn't know.
If you didn't know,
you still be trying to fuck.
Yeah, because you don't know. But now, since a lot of stories are coming out, I'll be there doing my things with her, and I'll be in the back of my head sometimes be like, after the fact that you heard the story.
This bitch like dogs too much.
Yeah, she loved the German Shepherd, the family German Shepherd too much.
I mean, these bitches be having big ass dogs too.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the homeless motherfuckers with dogs. I be leery of that. I be thinking that they fucking their dogs.
I be driving down the road in my semi truck, and I see a pretty white woman get out of her semi truck. She got 3 big dogs.
She getting a train ran on her every night.
I'm like, what the hell? You got 3
She
big
ain't
dogs?
gotta pay nobody. She just give them Alpo.
I'm like, what the hell? She got 3 big dogs in a semi truck.
What kind of diseases you get from dogs fucking you? Because they be doing some wild shit. They eating trash. I seen there was a Facebook group of white women, and that's not to beat up on white people, John. I know. I'm gonna change the subject, but they got a Facebook group of women that prefer dogs over human men.
Oh hell no.
Well, and her logic on this was that dogs are loyal. I'm like, bitch, they can't go outside without your permission.
You got up on that one.
I'm just saying, is your dog safe? You should ask that. Is she wearing like tight shorts around your dog? Your dog dick get hard every time you come in the house. She looking at the dog's dick a little too long. Your bitch might be a dog fucker. Okay? You see motherfuckers with peanut butter open when you come over their house and they doing this kind of shit.
No diddy.
That motherfucker probably letting the dog lick his balls.
No diddy.
You better watch these motherfuckers out here, man. They weird, man. Now, with that, and John, I'm about to go to this next segment. And this next segment, I like to call it Celebrity Spotlight. Yeah. Now, on Celebrity Spotlight, we got the other crybaby. I say crybaby, Lord forgive me, because I don't know how I'd be if I was robbed by gunpoint and my wife was held up. But rapper and I guess a restaurateur by the name of Bun B. And like I said, I got my Caucasian partner in here, and he raised his hand when I brought this up earlier. He's like, basically, who the fuck is Bun B? And I was saying, like, Bun B is the second half of this legendary rap group called, I forgot their motherfucking name.
UGK.
UGK.
Underground Kings.
The Underground Kings. That's right. Thank you, B Down.
Gotcha, boss.
Appreciate that. See, that's that music shit, because he fuck with that music shit.
Hit me up.
Hit him up, man. UGK's second half, Bun B, who made a name for herself as a hardcore rap artist, which is why I found it kind of hard. This motherfucker is in court crying. First of all, what are you even doing in the courtroom? If a motherfucker came in your house to rob you, you in Texas, you would think you're right to shoot that motherfucker down. But I guess he didn't have his strap, and Queenie got a gun pulled on her, his wife, and she in the courtroom crying. Now, she a woman. She should be crying. She's fucked up. He didn't put the gun between her eyes to give me everything, bitch. And she's traumatized. And I guess he was mad because, he was probably enraged, but, he felt helpless. And who as a man wants to feel helpless when your significant other is going through some extra shit? You know what I'm saying? But he crying, and not only was he crying, his motherfucking daddy crying, which is weird to me because I didn't know that was his nigga daddy. This nigga daddy got all his hair. I thought that was his little brother or something. That's the man daddy. He got braids. And I know he was probably mad as fuck at life. Like, why the fuck my daddy got all his hair and he bald in the motherfucker? So, maybe he lived a stressful life. Like, maybe his dad was a deadbeat dad and we wasn't there. Matter of fact, while we on this topic, right? What day should deadbeat dad day be?
The day after Father's Day.
I think it should be even further off than that. Let's say a week after, to the Sunday after, Father's Day. And you just, for all of y'all with deadbeat dads that's kind of stealing y'all life, and, especially for the motherfuckers that got a whole nother family and they doing really, really, really good by them other kids that they had by another bitch that wasn't your mama. You just give him a envelope with nothing in that motherfucker and his name on the outside.
So do it make it fair that he wasn't good to you or maybe another kid, but he was good to this other kid from another parent?
Or his grandkids?
Yes.
Motherfucker trying to tell you how to raise your kid, but he wasn't there for you. Shut the fuck up, Dad. I don't want to hear shit you got to say. Motherfucker, you should be changing diapers like this, son. And shut the fuck up, nigga.
I wasn't there for you. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm going to be there for him, and I'm going to buy... Motherfucker, I'm taking shit from my kid, probably. Like, give me that shit. This is mine. You got to pay in with me first before you get to him. You owe me. I need Happy Meals and all that shit. I need 10 years of consistent...
I need G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. I wanted that shit.
All that shit. And don't be having your motherfucking kid's name tatted on you and you late on your motherfucking child support, nigga. Because that shit should be against the law, too.
You know what I'm saying? Money for something else like child support.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck if you don't want to pay it. You still got to do something by them motherfucking kids, even though you don't like the bitch. You should just do right by the kids. Pay your little $37 for each kid. You got 17 kids. You just, what I'm saying? Do the fuck right by the kids, man. I know the bitch probably spending it on her nails and shit. Do this. Get what you're supposed to get for the kids and keep the receipts. And that way it makes sure it's the same amount of shit that you owe that bitch. So she don't ever get no money then, if that's how you feel about the shit. But do right by the kids, man. Anyway, Bun B, daddy, got a head full of hair. Maybe he wasn't stressed out enough. But I just thought that was crazy, man, that this motherfucker, and then people talking about he's snitching, bro. He's snitching. I mean, let's break another misconception down for all of you who think that, if you call the police on a motherfucker that's robbing you, you snitching. That's not snitching.
No.
Snitching is when you and another individual conspire to commit a crime. And I say conspire because even if y'all don't commit said crime and you tell on this motherfucker, you, my friend, are a snitch. But if y'all decide that y'all gonna rob somebody or go steal something or go sell drugs or whatever the fuck y'all decided y'all was gonna do together, and in order for you to get less time, you tell on your co-defendant, motherfucker, you are a snitch. Now, if you doing crimes that's gonna get you 100+ years, and you decide to tell, first of all, both y'all dumb to the motherfucker, because you supposed to figure out what the fuck you doing beforehand. And it's always the old black motherfucker that can't wait to tell you how much time that crime carry. So you ain't supposed to tell nobody you doing this shit, but you go get you a motherfucking law book or something and you figure out how much time the mandatory minimum is for some of the shit you trying to do. Like, I don't know, kidnapping and shit. 25 years, 10 years, you move a motherfucker 10 feet outside of what they want to move, that is considered kidnapping, sir. And if the bitch called the police on you because you took her where she don't want to go, she is not a snitch. I don't give a fuck if she black. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. But this man is not a snitch if he called the police on a motherfucker that then broke in his house and pulled a gun on him. That is, he's a citizen, okay? He is no longer a rap artist, let alone a gangster rapper. And this motherfucker is a businessman now. He 40+ years old. And, you know, shit, he could call the police, okay? He own a business. Now, if so I expected the motherfucker to have his own pistol. And, you know, but I don't think Bun B was like a tough guy rapper. He just was, you know, nigga that rap.
So you trying to say to call him a snitch for calling the cops on somebody's trash?
Yeah, niggas do that. Excuse my French, John. Ignorant black people do that. They call any motherfucker that you get your iPhone stole by a motherfucker you don't know. Oh man, he's snitching. Nigga, that's what the police is there for. Now, I'm not necessarily the biggest police caller, but, you know, I'd hate for a motherfucker to consider me a snitch if, you know, I filed charges on a motherfucker that assaulted my kids or something, you know what I'm saying? Lord forbid. You know what I mean? But, you know, like, I'm more like the light-skinned dude. Now, I'm not, I mean, you heard about the light-skinned dude that his little girl was getting bullied. And he even went to the school and tried to mediate the shit and talk to the parents of the little girl that was bullying his daughter, and he could not get through to this motherfucker family. So what he ended up doing was him and his brothers went and jumped the daddy of the daughter that was bullying his child. And they beat the fuck out that man in front of the little girl so she could see that there was consequences to her actions.
Wow.
You ain't heard about that shit?
No, that's noble as fuck. No, I would do that too.
That's noble, you think, huh?
Yeah.
Because this motherfucker's talking about him. Like, why he have to jump him? Why he ain't fight a one-on-one? Look, motherfucker, he want to guarantee a win. He want to beat that motherfucker ass because I done told this motherfucker, now I can't beat this little motherfucking girl ass, but I could beat the fuck out of her daddy to the point to where she see that this motherfucker is costing me. My decision's costing me. But I'm more leaning towards that shit than
more like a teaching a lesson. I mean, I ain't saying I agree with it, but I probably would, if you know, to a certain point, if I was thinking outside the box, yeah.
I mean, it sounded like he got several brothers, and they wasn't small either. So I don't know how the other dude looked, whatever. But you know what I'm saying, he didn't pistol whip him or nothing. He just fucking jumped him. And I think that probably was pretty traumatizing to the kid. She probably gonna need some counseling or something. But little lady, keep your motherfucking hands to yourself.
If I make her want to fight that girl even more.
That's what somebody else was saying. Like that shit gonna bring that. I mean, but all right, well I'll just beat your dad ass some more. We'll just keep beating motherfuckers up. I mean,
we're saying a soft system, so the soft system say that you can't fight, you can't retaliate, you can't do anything to protect your own. So they turning everybody to punks and pussies out here now. Ain't no more eye for eye and a tooth for a tooth and that.
I mean, I heard that.
And that's in the Bible, Old Testament at that.
Well, I heard a motherfucker say, eye for an eye will lead the world blind. And I'm inclined to agree. In most instances, violence only begets more violence. It's nice when you can come up with solutions that don't include violence. Like, these Martin Luther King Jr. types, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, I'm going to hit you in your pockets. But, if you could, I don't know. I mean, that's probably why a lot of motherfuckers is sue happy, because you can go to small claims court and sue a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But most men, I'm not finna go tell nobody. I want to solve the problem, because that's what men do. We solve problems. We don't, you know what I'm saying, go and try to find motherfuckers to mediate shit and, talk shit. But I was thinking that the guy, it was commendable of him to go through the proper channels and try to do this shit right, and for him not to get no reciprocity for that was kind of like, okay, now I'm at my wit's end. Now, I didn't try to do everything the right way. Now, let's try this violent shit, because, even with us, and again, John, no offense, but I don't think that we as a people can necessarily keep motherfuckers who, like they just hell-bent on mistreating us off of us without being willing to commit at least some kind of, violence. And I'm not a violent person, but then I'm not saying, but I mean, if a motherfucker hit me, I'm not finna, I'm telling you, don't hit me. I'm gonna hit you back. Yeah. I'm gonna hit you back, and I'm gonna hit you hard. And even if I don't win, it's just like, you coming at me physically is gonna be a long day for you. Maybe that'll make a motherfucker think twice before they do that shit. I'm not against, solving my problems peacefully and, playing defense or, but I'm not no runner and I'm not no teller. You know what I'm saying? It was a motherfucker that told on me recently, and it was weird because it was like they did something that set me off, and I did something in retaliation to that was like not mature enough to not be nothing. But it was like, it wasn't like me cussing a person. I was like, I hit the horn, and then I hit the horn a couple more times, and then I kept getting like a shoe off, so I leaned on the horn, like, and it wasn't really like it was doing nothing. But when I came down to it, the motherfucker went told on me, and he was ringing the horn like an asshole. Like, bro, I tried to do shit nicely. I said, like, hey, man, like, I need you to, what I'm saying, move this car so I can get by and get the fuck on. But it was just not being reciprocated properly.
You can't be nice these days either. Everything has to be their way. I mean, you retaliate, you can't protect yourself, you can't defend yourself. You know what type of shit when we stay in now?
I don't know, man. Now, I mean, we'll pick that up another time. Maybe.
Sure.
I don't, like I said,
no diddy.
I don't hate nobody. I love everybody. But even like you said, it seemed like when I protect myself now, I'm looked out as a bad person. And that's not necessarily
Well, it just happened to me at my job. A guy came, started joking at me, and I started joking back. And he was joking, I was joking. Yeah, he was black. We was black, I was black. And I said, boy, you slow. I didn't know you was slow for real.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I got written up for that. I got written up for that. And the manager was laughing with me. I'm like, I didn't know the dude was slow. I mean, he was working, doing everything.
I'm tell.
Yeah, he wasn't talking like that. He was talking, George was talking nice. And I thought the motherfucker he was big as you.
He thought it was regular.
Yeah, I thought he was just regular
dude.
He
get a check, though.
Yeah. That's dude like...
crazy.
But
he wasn't doing none of that. He wasn't like, he had no telltale signs, but he got offended to the point where he's like, he went to HR on your motherfucking ass.
Yes, well, he didn't go to HR. It's the two black bitches that went to HR.
Wow.
They went joking with me. Like, I knew. Give me a PSA when I first get down. He's slow. He's this, and she's that, and she's that. Or they gay. Because I can tell a gay person, I look at them. So, but let me know. Don't sit there and joke with me.
Shit is
Don't sit there and joke with me.
It's a landmine sometimes. So we'll do some shit about workplace etiquette another time because it's a lot of shit that we can talk about that'll keep a lot of y'all out of shit when you go to these workplaces, man. But I think the last but not least segment of the show. Oh wait. First. Before that, we got this is one of my most notorious segments. I like to call this segment "Don't Be a Weirdo." Now, on today's segment of "Don't Be a Weirdo," we got a pair of individuals who are fucking despicable, and their names are James Griffin and Penny Woods. Now, Penny Woods and James Griffin have tied a 17-year-old male up and beat him for at least 6 months, I was told. And that's just fucking crazy. What are you into as an adult that you got a kid tied up for any length of time and beating them to where they need to be hospitalized? I mean, the man's ear was swollen and fucked up. I mean, he's just definitely not the same after this. And I'm not with that. What about how you feel about that kind of shit, B. John?
First thing I want to ask, and I hate to bring race in this, what color were these people?
Oh shit, that should be a whole nother segment. But it was actually some black people.
Wow.
Yeah, they might have been like, but they don't look like tethers. And I say tethers, but I don't mean just a foreigner. When I say tether, I mean somebody that's a foreigner that is out to like sabotage us or undermine us as American black people. But Woods and Griffin sound like some actual American black people, and that is kind of fucking spooky.
How old was he? I mean,
the little boy was 17, 16.
Was he
17.
slow?
I have no idea whether he was slow or not, but does that
It makes sense.
matter?
It matters because if you 17 years old and you getting whooped by a man and a woman,
they tied him up. So how did they? Was he? Well, my question was: is he was a foster kid or something? Like was these motherfuckers like caregivers of this young man, and it was found out that they was doing this to him? Because that's the only way you would be able to do something like that with a kid without the parents knowing for that length of time.
He almost grown. He's 17.
But you're still not coming home every night if you 16, 17, unless you was like a runaway or some shit.
Yeah.
But even if you was a runaway, it's going to be a missing persons, found unless the parents didn't give a fuck. I want to know where the parents were. But if that isn't the case, that gotta be something where these people were probably the caregivers of this child, man. And they do go through, they do things to vet the caregivers to make sure that they fit. But, I'm pretty sure with anything like that, you could just lie and say that you have good intentions and shit. Some of these people just be into this to get a check. You know what I'm saying? And that's not cool. But yeah, I just think that shit is sad and unsavory.
It's a lot of question marks on that because it just it don't add up to me right now.
Not for me. I mean, I don't really give a fuck about what the schematic, like the details are. The point of the matter is that shit is wrong, and they should be locked the fuck up, and the key should be thrown away.
I agree.
I mean, it was a dude that I was supposed to talk about that did some heinous crime, and I think the judge gave him like 456 years. That's about the same amount of time these motherfuckers need. But it's like, what is the purpose of giving the motherfucker all that time?
He gonna be reincarnated. You believe in karma?
That shit is fucking wild.
He gonna come back to going to prison.
I'm saying though, I mean, now they got cultures, I think in Jerusalem, they do shit like, if let's say you got sentenced to 20 years, but you died on your 17th year, your dead body has to serve the rest of that time.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That's fucking crazy. Can you imagine being the cellmate of a dead motherfucker?
In the corner crawled up. That motherfucker said something.
Bro, this motherfucker stank. CO! Can I get another cell? CO! He like, what time is it? CO!
We don't have no more cells for you. This is your punishment.
Man, come get this motherfucker, man. He stank. I mean, but after about 30 days, you probably nose blind to his stinking ass. He just in there stinking with him.
Eventually, you just got a bone. You sit there and hold a bone and put the jaws together. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
The dead body stink probably bad for, I don't know how much. I know I recently had a dead possum killed right in front of my shit. And that motherfucker stanked it for about 4 days. And after that, I think he got ran over so much, it didn't even matter no more. I mean, it was some big ass flies out there by my shit too, though. Like, I seen one, that motherfucker like a bumblebee. Damn. You ever heard how big a bumblebee sound when it fly past? Like, that's how that motherfucking fly sound. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Thought it was like a doodle bug or something flying by my motherfucking ear. Oh, shit. That motherfucker was big. He was bumping in the shit. It sounded like somebody bumped their knuckle on the wall. Big ass fly hit the wall, bro. It's crazy. Anyway, yeah, don't be a fucking weirdo out here abusing innocent kids and shit just to make yourself feel better, bro. That shit is disgusting, bro. But last but not least, on this particular episode, we're going to end on a good note with Who Got Active. Now, on today's segment of Who Got Active, we got someone that is outside of the United States getting active. And it is in probably one of the more unlikely venues. I mean, because you think, you got active, you probably was, in a setting where motherfuckers is getting shot at or something. You know what I'm saying? Home invasion or some shit. Because I done had those on the show, where a motherfucker it was one time a motherfucker was like, he done killed every member of their family because they was cannibals.
Damn.
Yeah. But this one, it's not that heinous. It's a little bit less, but it's really, really funny to me because it was actually a father. Now, this took place in Spain, and it was a father by the name of Alberto Pugilato, and he slapped the fuck out of this comedian that apparently disrespected his 3-month-old child by writing underneath the post. The man that posted his kid online, which I don't necessarily think that should be something people do all together, but it is what it is. People do it. I've even done it, and I was fortunate enough not to have no shit like that go on. But he posted his son, and the son is only 3 months old, and I think the dude was like an LGBT community member. Said underneath the post something to the effect of, your son is, going to suck black dick or some shit like that, right?
No diddy.
Right. Apparently this dad, who should get Dad of the Year, by the way, took it upon himself to hunt down this motherfucking comedian, went to one of his shows, apparently, maybe even bought a ticket. I'm pretty sure he had to buy a ticket to get in, and stormed the stage and, slapped the fuck out of his ass.
That sounds like Will Smith on Chris Rock.
Don't talk like that to my wife. His whole ass. But anyway, yeah, this motherfucker is starting. I mean, he's speaking Spanish, but there are, you know, other videos of it being translated in English. But he was just like, "Why the fuck? What is that shit you was saying about my son?" Because you know the dude got slapped, and he was like, "Who are you?" And he started grabbing the bar stool and putting his foot out like he's scared. You know what I'm saying? But and this wasn't no small dude. He was a big chunky motherfucker. But the dude that slapped him was like a medium height dude, and he was angry as fuck. I think he slapped him maybe twice, maybe even 3 times.
So the dad was part of the LBG community?
Nah, not the dad.
I
The
mean,
comedian.
why would he say about the man's son?
The comedian said that about the man's son.
Exactly. So why would he say that? If saying that the kid gonna grow up and be gay?
I don't know. Maybe he, you know, just wanted to be disrespectful. He thought that shit was funny, but he found out real quick that shit wasn't funny. Like, I don't know. Maybe the dude like was more famous than I don't know how this shit came across this guy's feed, but you know that was said and that was the response, which he was not prepared for. Like how we was talking earlier. Like you can't. There's a lot of motherfuckers who be tough online, they tough behind a computer, but this shit went from computer shit to real life real fast, and he wasn't ready for that. He didn't know that shit was happening. He didn't see that shit coming, and he was like really shocked and in awe that this man went through all the trouble of coming to his show and slapping the fuck out of his ass. But this is what I mean, I don't know if him being gay, he will never understand that because he don't have children, but that's what a motherfucker do behind their kids.
I know. I just don't get why he went
Motherfuckers
and
is protective
slapped
of the
them.
kids.
I understand that.
You understand why he went and slapped them? You don't understand
I
why?
understand why he talked about the man's child.
I don't either.
That's what I'm trying
Now,
to
I can look at the story more, but we don't necessarily have time to go into that this episode because we'll probably need to go ahead and wrap this one up. But this has been another episode of R&R. Follow me on all my social medias. It's Jamerson Ballard on all of them. Twitter. I'm sorry, not Twitter. Should I get a Twitter? Let me know in the comments.
X.
Yeah, X. Is that what it's X?
It's X now.
I got Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. So subscribe to all my, social medias. Like this show. And turn on the notification bell so whenever I do a new show, you'll be notified. And I appreciate that. My man B Down don't got no social media, but if you reach out to him on Gmail, you will be able to get in contact with him, and he'll give you a price for what it's gonna cost to get into the White Room, otherwise known as the Spot. And I'm pretty sure it's just John got a price for your ass too. And that's gonna be the show for this evening, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you learned something. Because it's not just about entertainment here. We do try to apply some of this shit, and give you one to grow on. So y'all have a good evening. Hopefully you have a productive week, and I will see you next time. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego. I like that.
All right, y'all. I gotta get the fuck out of here.